What's happening YouTube? A11 back here with another video. I've been posting some no money spent videos throughout the year, but this time I finally finished my God Squad no money spent. I have all the cards I want in this game so far. I think I have possibly the best team. There are some things I maybe can move around, but I really like where this team's headed. It took a lot of grinding online and offline with the ball player stuff. I did some events. I haven't really played a ton of ranked. I'm 15-0 right now, so it's going to be nice to use this team again for the first time. Everything's where I want it to be. My ball player looks pretty nice. Here's the lineup today. We got Chase Utley, my ball player, Mike Trout, Ramirez, Frank Thomas, Joe Mauer, Acuna, Clemente, and Randy as my pitcher. I'm not going to use Randy. I'm going to try out that new 95 Tom Glavine. The bench is Jazz, Gloss, Rizzo, Cruz, and Peterson. I might change some things around for that eventually, but that's the bench I have right now. And for the pitching side, we have Duran, Hader, Williams, Clase, Franco, Cishek, Britton, and Jansen in the bullpen. We have Burns, Glavine, Halliday, Musina, and Johnson in the bullpen in the rotation. We're going to start with 95 Glavine this game. I haven't made my mind up on Halliday yet, but Glavine has sinker, cutter, curveball, slider, fastball with great control and great per nines. I can't wait to use this card. He was good last year. I'm going to see if he's that good again this year. Hopefully, with 97 break, we'll see how he goes. Let's get into the game. Alright, let's load this thing up. We're facing Pablo Lopez. He's got some Face of the Franchise cards. He's got Banks and Rizzo. That Andre Dawson. I cannot hit anything with that Andre Dawson. We're playing in the old Yankee Stadium. I'm not really a fan of the classic stadiums. They're hard to hit in sometimes, but 38 and 26 is okay. Let's have a discussion about the gameplay here for a little bit. Well, I still can. Some of these PCI placements, well, when I'm off, first of all, these PCI placements, they're hard. I always miss it by just a hair, and it frustrates the heck out of me. My ball player, by the way, if you're going to go with the ball player route, make sure you pick contact, because if you go for the contact and then boost every attribute, you have about 100. I bought a lot of equipment too and stuff, but you can go to 114 contact, have 108 power or so. And this is what I'm talking about by gameplay, by the way. This is an early swing. I barely even got it, and 314 down the line. This is why you don't play in places like this. All right, Frank. It's above the strike zone. The PCIs are still way too big on All-Star in my opinion. If we're going to go in ranked seasons, we need to have it on Hall of Fame or something. We just played that tournament on Legend. It was a good move, but I think we need to go higher on the regular ranked modes. I need to go into Hall of Fame on ranked. I'm only in the 500s. I think I'm 593 now in ranked. I need to make a push for World Series here eventually, but I finally have my team to do so, so we'll get there. And that's not what I wanted that pitch, by the way. If anyone noticed about Pinpoint, man, if you're making good pitches on Pinpoint, they're not really going where I want them to go. And then if you make a perfect release, sometimes they're still just balls. Like, I want to figure out a way to get the Pinpoint down and still have strikes. And it doesn't exist, apparently. What a catch that was. Smacked the ball with Joe Mauer. I really like Joe Mauer. He's a good catcher, but he's really expensive to get with his Face of the Franchise cards. And here's what I mean again by just missing the PCI every time. I'm so good at that, and I would like to be better at just barreling off the ball. I started out really hot with Clemente, but, you know, he's been struggling for me recently. I might have to make a move there. If you watch your friend Kyle at all, the collection rewards this year really aren't the greatest. I kind of agree with him. They might not even make their lineup until, like, July. Frank Thomas is probably the best one, realistically, but he's a first baseman. We're not going to really be using him much, I wouldn't think, when there are better options. My ball player out here making plays, 99 speed, it doesn't even matter. This is what I'm talking about. Just trying to max out your ball player, because that's the best shortstop you can have right now. And here we go. We're in the second inning here. Tom Glavine's looking pretty good. He's got some good control. That is definitely not what I wanted that pitch to Mike Trout, but he's making some good pitches. He's got a good windup. I like his timing and everything. I'm struggling to hit Pablo Lopez, but this stadium really isn't helping me. Another bad swing. I wasn't really playing the greatest during this game. But we have the lead, and we can have a chance for more runs here. We have my ball player up again. Just missed it again. Well, I missed that by a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I'm off, I'm really off. I have some bad eyes, so it doesn't really help me out at all. But my pitching is still pretty good. He's been struggling to barrel out the wall against Tom Glavine because he's dodging most of these pitches. Some of them are just not where I wanted to go. But going back to, like, the tournament conversation we were having, let me know in the comments section if you played in that tournament and what you think about it. Personally, I think there should be a cap on the games because it should reward quality over the quantity of the games. If you're playing 7 or 8 really good games, that should be rewarded over someone who played like 16 games and went 13-3. You know, it should be a set standard for everybody. That way, you're not playing all day and having an advantage as you're playing all day. Because some people have a lot of things to do, especially on the weekends. It makes it tough for a lot of people. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and we'll have a conversation down there. And let's talk about some gameplay for a little bit. So they had that patch just the other day where they try to limit the foul balls hit in online games, and I don't really know if it did anything because it kind of feels like the same, but something feels off with the gameplay this year. I feel like a lot of people can feel that. I'm not sure what exactly it is, and so they made these changes. A couple of them, like you saw right there, there's a fly ball from below the strike zone. The PCI is supposed to get smaller below the strike zone, and I just don't know if it's really doing much. And I think, in my opinion, also, you can let me know in the comments if you think that you're agreeing with me on this part, but I think the hitting engine itself is just flawed in a way, because on the feature premiere, a long time ago back in, when they're talking about gameplay, they said that the PCI is supposed to represent where the hitter is looking, and not the actual bat itself. To me, that doesn't even make much sense. Like, if you're trying to swing with the PCI, that should be the bat, or the barrel of the bat, and that should be the one thing that rewards the most skill gap. If you can have something that represents the actual barrel, then you can actually see where the ball is going. Because if we're trying to put the PCI where the ball is, you would think that would be the bat itself in order to get these good exit velos and hit the ball well. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. I think that just needs a complete overhaul to make that represent the barrel of the bat, because stuff like this, like the ball is in the PCI, and if that's where the barrel of the bat's supposed to be, that would make a whole lot more sense than what they're saying now, because if we're just looking in that area, then you can literally hit anything, and that's how the game's going right now. So, again, let me know. We'll have a conversation down there. It's just, it's weird how this sets up in this game. But here we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. We have Tom Glavine still dealing. He's having a hard time. There was a slider inside. I like Jose Ramirez a lot at third base. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but I think he's probably the best third baseman right now. We have Buxton at the plate now. And there's Ramirez again. He's a silver fielding, but he makes a lot of the plays. He's pretty solid. Third base is a place you don't need a ton of fielding either. So, Mike Trout. This is not the last series Mike Trout, which is very good, by the way. This is Glavine's first walk. He only has 1 hit allowed so far. It was the first batter of the game on a weak single, and now he's getting to pop up here. So we're through 5 with Glavine. I really like this card so far. He's got good control. He's got good mechanics again. I just missed this pitch again with my ball player. I'm getting pretty angry about that. But we're in the 6th. I'm trying to get the pitch count up. The pitch count is not as high as it should be. Only 55 through 6 innings. Mike Trout, who pulled down the line. And there's the very early swing. The PCI barely on it. The feedback doesn't make a ton of sense either. I've heard Coog say this before. The PCI, the feedback's weird. We need a little bit more information on how this goes. I'm not sure the exact proper way to do this, but I do think it's something worth mentioning. So if you have any ideas, or if you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comments again. I would love to know what you guys think about this, because the game, like, a lot of people think the game isn't where it should be. And look at this home run by Frank Thomas. Are you kidding me? That just shouldn't happen. Like, it benefited me, but I swung at a pitch that was 2 feet above the strike zone. My PCI didn't even touch it, and that ball left the yard. Frank Thomas is a good card and all, but I mean, I feel bad for this guy too, because that should not be a home run. And like, that's why, if you go back to the PCI being the barrel, that wouldn't happen if the PCI was the bat, you know? So it's just, that's weird, man. Glavine's still cruising along here. And the pitch count's really good for him too. 56 pitches. We're in the 6th inning. At this point, I think my opponent is just swinging at most of these pitches. But he's still dotting his curveball on the outside, on the inside edge here. Chase Elliott, 99 fielding at the middle. My middle infield now is beautiful. I have 2 diamond defenders. They both have some decent speed and reaction, and they have good enough arms to make the plays. I don't know why people use this Andre Dawson card. I really don't like that card at all. But we're through 6, and we have a 4-0 lead on that crazy home run. Oh, Acuna got into one. There's another early home run that I barely got. Like, most of the home runs in this game are not great swings, and most of the bad home runs, I mean, most of the good swings are bad results. Most of the bad swings are good results. And my opponent left the game here, so we get the win 5-0. We're now 16-0 and ranked. Glavine went 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, no runs, and 5 strikeouts. So a really impressive debut for him. I'm gonna have to get some more appearances on Hall of Fame and Legend and stuff, and see how he goes. So it wasn't the greatest game in the world, but we're 1-0 with the God Squad. Hopefully we can keep that going, and we're going to try to make a push for World Series here soon. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like and subscribe button on the way out for me if you will. Hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.